like, because it wasn't working, it made me feel like, well, I'm just a failure, I'm a procrastinator. And then that doubles down on the confidence, and it makes it even harder to do it. Try it again next time. She's like, okay, well, I tried this last time, it didn't work. So why is it going to work this time? Before I began working with Matt, basically, I had a lot of like confident issues, at work, with friends, whatever, right? I just wouldn't have the confidence in myself to do things, to talk to people, to go hang out with people. It's just stuff like that, right? I also had struggle with keeping on and maintaining weight. Like I'd be up, I'd be down, I'd be up, I'd be down, right? I had goals in mind, we were drawing, exercising, this, that. I would talk about them. I would tell myself I'd do them, but I would never have the actual drive to push myself into it. And I might have got it started, but I could never just maintain it. It impacted my life, in a way where it was just like, I kind of always looked down on myself. I'd see someone that maybe, and I know it's weird, but I see someone that, is fit and in a way that I know I could be. And I would just, again, look down on myself being like, I could never get like that. I don't have the motivation. Basically, it just affected me in a negative way, like it was just, and you think about it all the time, and it kind of creeps up on you, and, you don't think much of it at the time, but then when the time comes time to say, when I'm at work and I'm like, geez, I can't do that, or I don't know if I can do that, it really affects you on a daily basis, right? And in places that are really important, like relationships and work and all that stuff, right? So yeah, it affected me that way in a big way. I didn't want to let him down. That's one of my worries. And I didn't want to let myself down for the, however, infinite amount of times, So you get overthinking about that too, but that was definitely a worry that I was going to let him and myself down again. The program was structured. It basically left everything in your hands. Because the difference between a personal trainer and a coach is, like, a personal trainer is going to tell you, hey, go do those 50 push-ups. Matt's saying, what do you want to do? And how often do you want to do it? He leaves it in your hands. And it's almost like when you make that list for yourself, you're always thinking of it. Basically, he just leaves it in your hands. It's on you to do it. And then when you either follow up, that's the big thing too, is the follow up he does with you. He talks about it. And then when it didn't go the way, I want to exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And when I meet with Matt, I only did Monday and Wednesday. So he'll say, what happened? He'll talk about what happened and how we can make it better next week. Not how he'll be like, hey, well, you have to do it this way. He's like, how can we make it better? So I found that really worked for me too, because it kind of made me think like, hey, I need to pick this up. I need to do better. Didn't have to do was 2-hour workouts, 2-hour drawing sessions or runs or stuff like that, right? Because I mean, back when I was a little younger, I'm still young, but I would think, oh, we got to do a 2-hour workout, this and that. No, you don't. You get a half hour 4 times a week, and you will notice a difference, and you will notice that, hey, this isn't that hard. And then maybe move up 45 minutes, an hour. Same thing with the drawing. Like, I achieved half of my weight goal, but I also found out that it was basically just me wanting to be more active and fit more than gaining a bunch of weight and looking bulked and stuff like that. I achieved like 100% more confidence than I had before. Really, that's the only thing, honestly, that I think matters, is that I achieved confidence. Because the funny thing was when I went in, all I really went in for was, hey, I want to be able to gain weight and maybe drop. But I came out with a totally different thing. That's a cool thing about it too, is you might come out achieving something you didn't even think you wanted. And the confidence was one thing I wanted, but it was in a completely different way. It was confidence in every other aspect of my life. So, and again, that comes and goes. It's still like lose the confidence, but I know how to get it back. That's the thing. I know it's all up here. It's just you have bad days. So yeah, no, I achieved a very, very immaculate amount of confidence. If there was someone thinking about reaching out for Matt's help, I would say 100% go for it. Like, if you think that, oh, maybe I don't need it, maybe I'm overacting. Well, if you think for a second that you need Matt's help, just do it. Just do it. Money's one thing, money comes and goes, but like help like this is not the easiest to find. And when you get a guy like Matt who's actually willing to help you, take it. Take the chance, because he will help you 100%. I feel great about my future. I mean, I know I'm going to be continuously active. I know I'm going to have the confidence to go out and do stuff. Every little thing that I wanted to do, I'm doing. I still struggle with them a little bit, but I push forward and I get it done. And yeah, future looks good.